Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back, guys, to the live stream. Back to regular live streaming as usual. And today I'll be continuing the grind, the win rate grind. For me, it's 14 minutes past 5 p.m. So we are starting with 80.63% this time. We've managed to gain 0.01% yesterday, which is pretty satisfactory. Hello guys, welcome. Welcome to the stream. Hey Catalina, hey Teamco, hey Will, hey Crazy Show, hey Dragos, hey Giant, hey Tudor, hey Fifth Element. Welcome back guys, hey MS, thank you. Hey Fusilier, hey Panic, hey Extreme, hey Turban, hey Skills. So we're in a platoon with last, I don't know if it's disco time. It's definitely win rate time. And we need to reset the widget. To be able to track our recent session in real time. This is my first build day because I've recently come back home, so don't expect too much. Hello Tomasz, hello Spicewin, hello Davin. Okay, the widget is resetted. The bot has to be reset, I think, as well. So it might not be working yet. Hey, Kathleen. Good afternoon, Arkadiusz. Nice to see you again. So I'm as usual playing the Chinese Stadia tier rate, which is very winner efficient. And as usual, as well, I'm following my platoon mate, following the meds to be able to help them in real time. So mobility basically allows me to do it. Already T9 to end the waffle spot in the middle of the open. I may try to punish the waffle. However, there's a Borsig on the right side, which misses. Luckily. The waffle may be crossfired soon, however. I'm in the middle of the crossfire as well. So many TDs. Borsig is dead, now we can crossfire the waffle. Already 3 tanks down, 2 minutes into the game. And she doesn't stand a single chance. Neither does the Pantera. The Livy went somewhere far away from his teammates. Completely split. Even though he took the A base, he wasn't really able to help his teammates at all. Now he's just helpless. And the first battle of this afternoon is smoothly won. 7-0. Is the bot working, by the way, right now? Can you guys check? Because I've resetted it. Okay, it is working. It's good news. So you can continue the sales grind. I can continue the win rate grind. For me, it's 20 minutes past 5 p.m. So the giveaway is in 4 hours, 40 minutes. Just to remind you guys, whoever hasn't written the comment under the 1k subs milestone giveaway video, make sure to do it. You still have the time to write your nickname in-game and the server you're playing on, so that you may be the lucky winner. Chosen in 4 hours, 40 minutes. Moreover, during that live stream, after picking the random winner, there will be another chance of winning another 2 weeks of premium account by predicting the score of a special battle I'll be playing during that live stream later today. There's a full HP shark, which I bounced off, and a Progetto coming. I got deleted, but we have 3 bases. We are not really healthy. The title means that the giveaway is today. Hey Extreme, welcome back. Yeah, it was a successful battle. Shouldn't have pushed definitely on the shark. Hey Joe, hey Migas. T58 already going into the cup. We need to help our T49 who is about to die, because he is overextending massively. So am I. We need to get rid of the T52A at all cost. T49 got armor act. Already the IS-3 flanking. I'm already low. Need to get rid of the IS-3 as well. He may try to shoot me. Oh, okay. Under the train. Nice shot. And our full HP E75 is just spectating rather than helping and using his HP. Yeah, my win rate is 80.63% right now. And I'm stuck at that level. I can't really improve it. But I'm trying as I might, so trying to reach 81% win rate before the autumn season later this year. Hey Amit, we haven't won a tournament. We ended up on 4th place, unfortunately, in the tier 8 tournament. The battle has been won. Nonetheless, I got really lead there. Another low damage game. But that's a win, so I don't care. It's the victory that counts. Hey Chain Link. Hey Leuven. Nice to meet you. Welcome back, Bunek. Nice to see you again as well. After such a long time. Now I already responded to the Type 59 Dink question. The Type 59 is definitely not worth the price, not worth the effort. It's a very mediocre tank nowadays. I don't recommend buying this vehicle. Even when you're a very experienced, very skilled player, this is not a good choice. T49. Stuck in the corner. Already deleted. Already non-existent. It's the Lewis and Monster, and they are alone here. They were left alone. Or not. I need to work on the WZ here, in the river. He is quite deadly. But he is not really healthy. So he's a tireless TD. I may try to poke here. At the liver. Basically unpunished. Now they are splitting. The mod is alone. Maybe he can be pushed. Need to make sure the WZ is finished before I can shoot the liver once again. There's even the T-34, which I'm not really able to hit. Finally. This is not looking good, we are already being flanked. Need to finish off the Borsig. Liv is finished finally. T-34 is still alive. He's a pain in the neck. It's a 3 versus 3. We are being crossfired. This is still winnable. to make sure I hit the T49. I did. The Lorraine is still healthy. He can maybe finish one of the vehicles. I've run out of AP. But I bounced. Easy clap. Even though it was a nerve-wracking clutch, I should have died earlier, but they should have died earlier as well. The thing is, I ran out of AP and I struggled with finishing them because I was hitting their guns with AP, with heat. Easy clap. Yeah, giveaway winners. The first giveaway winner will be picked randomly during the second live stream today. Later today in 4 hours 30 minutes. And the second winner will be announced as well during that live stream later today. But he will not be randomly picked. That person will, the person who will win will be able to predict the result of the special battle I'll be playing during that particular live stream. See you, Tunzi. Extreme, don't ask me because I struggle to get to 5k in rating as well, because I hate this game mode, to be honest. It's way worse than Ground and Balls. There's so many toxic players, salty players in the chat crying, even more noobs playing that particular game mode. Everyone is focused on camping and inflicting damage rather than helping their teammates because they are scared that they will lose points. I recommend you playing some OP vehicle on tier 8 or tier 10 and just try to somehow survive. You have to somehow deal with that. Make sure you don't die early, but also don't just camp like others. Try to cooperate with your team. However, it's not really possible every time. But you have to try and try well. Ratings is not about the quality, but the quantity rather, I think. This time this ball is way more calm, way slower. We have the upper hand. We have the map control, they're just squeezed into their spawn. Welcome back, Mirror Crew. That's a pity you have just arrived, because I've managed to win another 1 versus 3 just 3 minutes ago in a pretty nerve-wracking situation. But as always, it's easy clap. The 5 versus 5 mode was enjoyable, even though I was able to encounter even 30% players there. But at least in the 5 versus 5 game mode, you were able to do something, even if your teammates were non-existent, even if they were just spectating. And moreover, the battles were really quick, really dynamic. But it was something new, something fresh. Yeah, just this usual gameplay, Miracle. The 10 PM CST is in around 4 hours 30 minutes. Around this time the second live stream today will start, and around this time I'll randomly pick the first lucky winner of 2 weeks of premium account, sponsored by Wargaming. We are pushing Irwin to help our eyesight with the T-54, definitely, at all cost. Even though we lost a Summit crossing, we are now able to push even further to isolate the Vickers, who is trying to run away. He may not even manage to. Exactly. And 704 may not even be able to run away, as he was left alone right now. The defender has been deleted. Just a matter of time when the Luva will get deleted as well. Such a smooth battle, because we went all together towards the seaside where we played really aggressively. Unlike the enemy team, who massively split, and they lost 3 tier 9s 2 minutes into the game, which meant that they were not able to win this battle after 2 minutes. And this Ario is hiding in the corner on our spawn. Resembling a lizard. He goes down as well, that's an R70. Oh, the tier 8 tournament mirror crew has been finished. The final was played yesterday, but we're not playing in the final as we finished on 4th place in the tier 8 tournament. Not a really successful run. But we have to leave with it. Some crucial mistakes in two matches, sorry, decided about the whole outcome. Even though most of the times we had the upper hand, then we weren't really able to close out the games. Yeah, it's not really our cup of tea, but even though it was tier 8, we had the chance to win it because even though we were struggling in the qualifiers a bit at the beginning, we practiced a bit. We finally understood that tier. But we are definitely more dangerous in tier 10 because that's the tier we've been playing for so much time. Hello, the Wolves. Hello, Rakuzen, welcome back. Yeah, EG won the final versus Raid 4-3 in a nerve-wracking final. They have a pretty good team right now with the newest addition to the roster. Hello, Everton. Hello, Jakub. This tank is I'm playing this tank to grow my win rate because this tank is really win rate efficient, as you can see in my statistics. At the same time, it's really average damage efficient because I can score over 2.5k, if not more, on average on this vehicle, even though it's a tier 8. And moreover, I can practice playing turretless TDs. I can practice snapping and flicking, because this tank is perfect for that. Hello, Milos. How did I get into Legion? That's an interesting question. Because, well, I think I can call myself... I can't call myself an all-Legion player because I've joined the team quite recently, because I joined the team 8 months ago. And basically I was invited for the project that was going to happen, because the team was being created after the Twister Cup 2019, around December. The team was being created, so I was invited by Whoops to participate in the project, and I accepted that invitation. I can't regret making that decision. We won Professionals tournament earlier this year. We spent so much time together, so many evenings. Some were more, some were less successful, but they were very enjoyable. The team. I've never been to Tankfest. However, I've been to Bovington Museum when it was not that busy like during Tankfest. You're welcome, Extreme. I'm trying to answer all the questions, even though they might be repetitive sometimes. Hello, Angelo. Welcome back. Yeah, we need a quad. We haven't really used the quad command recently. The quads are customized to enhance the seal climbing experience. Spicy, don't you still know what seal climbing is? And we are watching the biggest seal climber in the game, probably. Seal climbing is basically is the phenomenon when an experienced player, in this case tanker, plays with inexperienced players, in this case on low tiers, with a low tier vehicle, to kill them and to pad his stats, pad his win rate, whatever. He's just using the fact that most of the players he is meeting are inexperienced, that's why he can succeed. So otherwise he's unable to. And that's basically the whole concept of my live streams. You can collect seals to club them later on, because I'm considered a seal clubber. Hello, Amir. You can see my advice. It will be in the chat right now. Posted by the bot. This is already one. I played pretty aggressively straight away, but I saw the enemy team splitting again, that's why I did that. I knew most of the enemy mets were on the right side, and only lonely heavies were around the B area. Which together with the whole team of mine, we managed to slay. No way, Doopstad. That's nice. I'm glad I could help. I'm really glad. But apparently you're not the only one who already managed to improve, to succeed, to benefit from my content. Like, I've recently received feedback from not a really sophisticated player. He's around 50% win rate, and he told me that thanks to my live stream, he managed to achieve purple stats from the last 30 days for the first time in his life, which is insane. Yeah, I'm playing on the iPad. Thank you, 501. That's yeah, I don't know if you're paying attention to the bar under the platoon for successful team play. That's a joke, to be honest. Thank you once again for supporting my channel. It's greatly appreciated as usual. Hey Dimi, I'm using gold to max my crew only on tier 10 tanks because you really need so much experience on tier 10s that grinding the crew on tier 10s is really painful. But whenever I'm grinding end line, I'm just buying the 75% crew on other tiers and then using the crew boosters to speed up the process. Hey Conflip. Extreme, well, if you not only send a friend request but also write something in there so that I can recognize you, I'll definitely accept you. I'm trying to limit the amount of friend requests I accept, to be honest. But if somebody's attending my live streams, if somebody can write something nice, I don't mind accepting such a player. So I've recently started adding more and more players, because before I started streaming, my my friend list consisted of 15 players only with who I played regularly. Right now it has been extended quite significantly. However, I still don't add everyone who is inviting me because that would be 1,000 friends, as I receive like 20 invites a day. Yeah, I was playing with the Hori 2 with 75%. I don't remember it being painful, to be honest. Provided you have the trucks at least. Hello, Gora. Everything is super fine. So far, so good. Looking forward to the evening to be able to reward 2 of my viewers. Yeah, reverse seal climbing is not really wanted. Still to watch out even though we have the caps because I'm a one-shot. And we can still lose this. Even though we have still 3 vehicles, which means I can't really trust my teammates. But my platoon is still alive, so it should be all fine. Hello, Daniel. It's another win. Yeah, that may be the main reason I'm super unicam. Because I'm never worried, I'm always super fine. Hello, Chopman. Good night then. Can't come here, I have to advance further. There's the T49 which I can punish. So I'll definitely do it. He managed to run away just in time. There's the defender. We already lost 2 vehicles. They're already rushing here. I'll hold my platoon mate though, as he is being pushed by 2 Mets. If yours is stuck, I think I can farm him. They all got deleted. Even on the seaside, even though they pushed with 3 vehicles there, 3 heavies. They all died. Same happened here. The Kampfpanzer 70 is a garbage vehicle, it's really bad. I don't think I've ever played with it. Maybe as 1 or 2 balls accidentally. It's so bad. It's not even mediocre. It doesn't have armor. The gun is trash, to be honest. Such a long reload. No DPM. Not even a good gun. Very average mobility. Seal clapping may be a frustration inhibitor, well, that may be the reasons most of the times. However, if somebody's enjoying that just like me, you don't have to lose to seal clap. Hey Akachata, hey Smasher. Hey DQQ. Hey yes, I'm playing cheat rate right now as I'm trying to grind win rate. I'm currently at 80.63%. You mustn't give up even when you see me in the enemy team. Or in the same team. I also think seal clapping is the way to be a better player, definitely. You can learn a lot by seal clapping, by playing low tiers. I remember rolling against that was a lunchbox box on Winter Malinovka in the middle of the map, I think. I think I bounced and I died because of that, and Trapmelon finished me off. Hello Janice, nice to see you again. See you, Gar, enjoy. The ISU is suiciding. He's not even kamikazing as he's unable to do anything. He was, rather. Oh, VIP, it could have been VIP, not Trapmelon. Yeah, it was VIP. VIP, exactly. To be honest, the tier 8 tournament could have gone either way. There was no favorites. Or maybe the favorites were the clans with sufficient amount of appropriate vehicles, but in terms of gameplay, I think there were no favorites. Nice. Outmaneuvering the R6. Hello Ali, nice to see you again. Well, DQQ, it's a matter of perspective. The thing is, we are all trying to reach 80% or even more. That's why we are here. That's why we're gathered here. What's your nickname, by the way, Extreme? There you go. Yeah, see you. Thanks for tuning in, Extreme. I've just accepted it. The thing is, in tier 10, the premiums or collector vehicles are not really relevant in terms of gameplay or succeeding, unlike on tier 8 where mostly the premium vehicles were played. Especially when mid-tournament the Shark was released. That was a joke, to be honest. And it was in the crates. So obtaining this vehicle was not even guaranteed, even if you spent some money for that purpose. Unnecessary, shouldn't have picked, because the Challenger was useless anyways. Even though the S5 will go down. People pay money for premiums, but just limiting the amount of premiums or completely banning premiums from tournaments is a completely different topic. It's not connected to the fairness principle. Well, Amir, you may find playing Blitz on PC comfortable, but if you want to be the most competitive, if you want to play tournaments, this is not the way to go. However, if you don't care about tournaments, if you only care about having fun while playing the game, while playing random balls, I don't find anything wrong in it. It's totally up to you to play on whatever you're comfortable with, because you play the game because it's enjoyable for you, I suppose. I don't see it, Dupes. You have to resend it. Or I may have already added you before. Hello, welcome back. Well, with the fact or the situation of OP vehicles, I think is that even if a not really skilled and experienced player can perform above average in in certain vehicle, I think it's OP then. Because it means that the vehicle allows the vehicle driver to or doesn't allow you to make mistakes, but even if the driver makes mistakes, the vehicle allows you not to be punished for them. Or allows you to inflict way too much damage than you should be able to. Hey Ruben, nice to see you again. I don't have the Progetto. I don't have many of the recent tier 8 premiums, to be honest. T4 in the middle, and a T34 on the left side. And something was camping in the back even. It's the M6. I don't think there's a good idea either to push here. So the fatal idea. Because I got crossfired. I don't know how, but somehow, even though they had the RS8 here, they still wanted me. It's my mistake. My first stream, I think, was the T34. But so long ago, Rudy was one of the best vehicles in the game. Now it's just forgotten. Yeah, exactly, the QQ. It's not about. It's not about. The game is not only about filling their pocket, filling their wallet. I think they should be more focused on entertaining the player base, and at the same time benefit from that financially. Hey Juicy. I hope I won't make the same mistake again by playing way too aggressively straight away. Can first of all wait a bit to see who's crossing the desert, to be able to assist my teammates later on. Seems like we're all coming right side, which means I can play more aggressively. I can join my platoon mate to pressure the plane, possibly. And they're already running away, which means they are splitted. The T-34 is still unaware. He has been caught off guard. He's not even able to run away from here, as he waited for way too long. Maybe the Vickers can run away, but not the T-34. Right now we can go for another T-34, the American one. Who is very defensively positioned. Hope he can be finished. Nice. And right now the Vickers can be pushed. And the Tiger 2 in the middle can be crossfired. And the M6 can be a cheat, even, for nearly 600 damage. That's insane. Try once again. Nearly 500 this time. It's madness. Marshal T-30, even though his tank is very good, he's not a threat right now. The minimap issue is for me fixed because when I'm looking at my device, when I'm looking at the screen, I'm always focused on the top left corner. I'm not even looking in front of me. Because you don't need to look at the middle of the screen because you don't need to look at your tank. You don't need to really look at your crosshair either while you're not aiming when you're just driving. That's why I'm always only focusing on the top left corner. That's where the minimap is. I don't need to see my vehicle constantly because I know how it looks like. Unless I have alluring camouflage. Ruben, if you are willing to support my channel with any amount of money, you know how to do it. Just if you are willing to and if you're able to. That will always be greatly appreciated. Hey Edward, good evening. To be honest, the lack of Progetto in our team was really visible because it's a very good vehicle, especially for tier 8, very versatile, very reliable. And we only had one, only owner had it. And he couldn't even play it because he had to play the 252 because he was one of the only players in our team who had this vehicle. So 252 was definitely way more important than the Progetto. But I'm definitely looking forward to the arrival of Progetto in the store again. The finish of the IS-6 first of all. Before we can start thinking of the Progetto. IS-6 is finished. And they're just squeezed in the city right now. Just the Smasher remaining and the Valoriza. Just a matter of time. Yeah, most of the IS-6 twice, but I was not really shooting his weak spot. I thought I could ban it with AP in the hole, but the lower play is always bannable anyways. And when you switch to gold, it's like you were shooting its back most of the times. So the win rate is pretty decent so far. Over 86%. We win 15 battles on tier rate. One of the losses because we had 2 losses, I think. One of the losses could have been avoided. The first one. But anyways. What do I prefer, the WZ-110 or the WZ-3? To be honest, when the WZ-110 was firstly introduced, it was way better than the S3. Nowadays, after the nerf, I think I would go with the S3 because of the bias. And also really like IS-3 on PC World of Tanks. Unlike the WZ, which has unbearable traverse speed. Whole traverse speed, of course. Just like the whole line. Unlike the IS-3. Cannon roll here. I will not be able to survive any more shots from the ISU. On the other hand, the 2 super Pershings are already pushing in. I didn't manage to finish off the RU, but right now they're closed out. They're pincered in the between the trains, which means we will most likely win this battle anyways. Hello, Havoc. Nothing unusual. We are continuing the win rate grind in a cozy atmosphere, playing on tier rates right now. We've lost. And that's the win indeed, the next one. I wasn't aware of the fact that Havoc joined the war, to be honest. And do I like playing with music in the background? Sometimes. I don't think it has any impact on my performance during the battle. Whether I listen to something or not. I just do it from time to time. However, recently the only... or when I'm playing the game, I'm mostly streaming, so I'm not doing it. Do we need to run away? I don't think so. There's just a tier 9. Maybe T49 somewhere here as well. Nothing else. The Vickers is alone. He's even cornered, pincered. There's no way he can escape from there. T49 has just arrived. Just when his teammate the Vickers died, he has something weird on his turret. Gramophone. Defender caught off guard. This tank is insane while wiggling. The armor is just invincible, so is the tank. Defender bounced 2 times because I wiggled, just wiggled left and right, and that was enough to be able to survive and deflect both shots. That's pretty bounced as well. That's in our win. Last went to EG because in his opinion, EG is a clan that's more competitive than Legion. That's why he decided to leave the team after the not really successful run in the Tier 8 tournament. That's nice, Average Gamer. I'm looking forward to your further development. I can't tell you, Dragos, I can't tell you anything about the new Tier 8 Centurion because I'm also testing it. And I cannot tell you anything about this tank yet. Do I control my TDs mainly with the left control button and the right? I don't really understand. Like I have only one, I have the joystick on the left side, and as you can see I'm using it to move my vehicle, to wiggle. I'm using my red finger to wiggle with my gun though, as you can see as well. But as you can see with my button layout, I'm adjusting aiming right before firing exactly, and then firing with the same finger, with the thumb. The vehicle wants to shoot at all cost. The current region requirements are 3.6k average damage in at least 4 vehicles with at least 30 battles. Hello Vengeance, nice to see you again. I use only farms to steer. Hey Christine. Yeah, these are the current requirements. Because before the requirements were different. That's why some players may not meet their requirements right now. But I'm not sure if there's any. I think the clan will be rebuilt or may not be. I don't know what has been decided. Maybe there will be a second clan where the players who don't meet the requirements right now will play. We'll see. Use those. I tried playing with my nose, but I've never played with toes. Already 80.64%. So that's another gain. I was using the nose just to switch the ammo. So I was playing with 2 farms and the nose. To assist. Nick, it's not about the overall average damage, it's about the 30-day average damage. But even with 30-day, I think I'm not fulfilling the requirements. That's right. So I'll probably will have to babysit Sugar Baby in the Legion Academy clan. You have to have at least 3.6k average damage from the last 30 days. Only the recent statistics matter for us, Nick. Within the last 30 days you have to have at least 3.6k average on at least 4 vehicles, 4 tier tanks. They are struggling to finish off the M103 underneath. I think the liver is stuck. By the way, Daniel, it's my platoon mate's name is Last. I mean, his previous nickname was Last, but written with an A, like the last player on the battlefield. Liver managed to. Managed to survive. I've been playing for more than 6 years, since the very first beta launch on iOS devices. I started in May. May the 2nd, I think. How many balls do you need in a tank to make the average damage count? At least 30 balls on the tier 10 to be considered for the requirements, but at the same time you need to have at least 500 balls within the 30 days. Oh, and you don't only have to play on tier 10s. Just the average damage is counted in tier 10s. That's nice, Ruben. I also have like I meet the requirements for a while. After 2 or 3 balls, I'm hiding. He shot the car with an HE most likely. Sneak 100. And right now I can just climb here and bully them in the back. Indeed. To wiggle, angle. I'm not very successful in that yet. He's spamming me all the time. He has not bounced. He was really good, seems like. We'll have 2 bases, maybe even 3, if we manage to scare them off C. Just they're just standing still in there. Unable to do anything, unable to cap, unable to kill us, unable to inflict any damage even. Sneak 100. Yeah, look, that's what I'm also reminding my viewers very, very often. Exactly, cheeky squirrel as well. You have to anticipate the enemy movement and adapt to it already, even beforehand. Even before the movement was made. Yeah, Ruben, maybe you did, but I didn't. Yeah, well, doesn't matter for me, I don't care either. I don't really care about my average damages, as I'm playing just to win. Well, maybe just, maybe not just. I don't really care about any damage I inflict, or about any numbers. I just care about the damage that's necessary for me to win the battle. Not less, not more. I may be... Well, that was not a good decision anyways, because he is bound to kill me. Well, the Borsig was there as well. Even though I think he had been spotted beforehand. I forgot about him. Nick, it's not only about making up a plan before a battle, but it's rather adapting to the enemy playstyle, adapting to the enemy's movements. So when you're already in the battle, even though you have some... Oh, that was so unlucky. Even though you may have some plan prepared, even though you are following the plan, you see that the enemy is doing a certain movement, or you feel like they are going to do a certain movement, and then you do a movement, a prepared movement after logical analysis, which the enemies are not really expecting. And because you're not afraid of that, because you manage to logically analyze what's happening on the battlefield, your next movement will decide about the outcome of the battle most of the times. Daniel, why should I think like this? Well, Legion is a clan from the top shelf. We have the best of the best, and we can be the best of the best as well. Which means we want as many the best of the best players as possible. Which means we need to set high requirements. And we don't want to take players that are not from the top shelf at the same time. And if somebody needs to rig their games to be able to fulfill the requirements, that means he's not a top shelf player. It's not a suitable clan for him. And even if we accept such a player, we'll definitely become aware of that within a short period of time. And then we'll just send him back home. Tier 7. Okay. Can play Smasher to smash. Nick, if you have a plan prepared beforehand, and if you just stick to the plan, do everything you planned without adjusting the plan to the enemies in that particular battle, you will not be able to succeed against the most competitive teams. Because in Legion, while we were playing the professionals tournament earlier this year, Of course, we had some plans. We had some plans, even a few plans for the same map, for the same spawn even. A few plans for a certain spawn on a certain map. And even though we had so many plans, we had so many possibilities. As soon as we saw the enemy lineup, for example, as soon as we knew what enemy we would be playing against, we completely changed the plan. Even when the battle was starting and there was like 5 seconds until the game was started. We changed the plan completely because we saw how many mediums, for example, the enemy team had. We saw how many heavies they had, and we completely changed. We not even adjusted the strategy, but we completely changed it. And because we were not afraid of that, we were not afraid to do it, we succeeded. And that's how we won the professionals tournament. Because we were very flexible. We were able to adapt, we were able to adjust all the time. And that's not improvising. Hey Arlo, the giveaway is in around 3 hours. I'll have to finish this live stream in around 30 minutes, I think. And then I'll come back. I'll come back later with the second live stream today. Yeah, we might have been playing, not in the summer session, in the either professionals tournament Astons or off-season earlier this year. But this was not the tactic, this was just pick any tank you want strategy, or let's all pick FV4 202s and let's go somewhere. That was improvising. But you cannot improvise in the finals of the professionals tournament. But you have to adapt, you have to anticipate, you have to be flexible, you have to consider what the enemy is capable of, what they used to do in the past, what they used to do in the particular tournament, so you have to track other teams' performances as well. There are so many factors, just like in random battle gameplay, if not more. Yeah, we were trolling. We were trolling, definitely. We were taking like 7 sharedowns, 7 useless tanks. But we still managed to win. Somehow. When you reach a certain level, I don't want to say Legion reached that level, nor any team on EU, I think. But I think the Russian teams already did that on the CIS server. When certain teams reach a certain level, skill-wise, they can take any tank they want and they can create the meta themselves. One team can create the meta if they reach a certain level, when they are the best of the best and even better. Then they can stomp everyone with a tank they want. The SU will be killed, I think, so I don't need to worry about him. I don't have to bother with him. Just the eye is remaining. Is it true that top clans do trainings together? Well, I don't know if I got you, but top clans are training together, playing versus each other, because they want to spend that evening, that 2 hours wisely. If they are putting effort, if they want to practice, if they want to check new strategies, new approaches, they have to do it versus a proper opponent. Because even though something may work against weaker opponents, even though they might not be noobs, they could be just middle shelf, mediocre, slightly weaker teams. You can make mistakes against such teams, and you won't be punished for them. That's why the best way to train, to practice, to try out a new strategy, for example, is to do it versus your equals. On the other hand, the gameplay, the approach of weak teams, slightly better teams, and the best teams is way different. I think it really differs from each other. There, I don't agree with you. Some clans have plans for the whole battles, from the beginning through the middle of the battle and until the battle is finished. They have many different versions of a certain tactic adjusted to certain enemy movements. You may be surprised by that, but that's true. Because they have relocations prepared for every vehicle, where a certain vehicle should advance, where a certain vehicle should go back if he encounters a certain tank, a certain type of aggression. But that's only on the best, on the highest level. J-Pan needs to be killed. Finally. And the T-34 somewhere there in the back, nearby their spawn, I think. This is one plan, one strategy for a certain opponent. The focus fire is definitely improved while training as well, and you can focus fire. You can improve your focus fire, especially while training against opponents your level. When you are the best, maybe not when you are mediocre. but you can improve the focus fire the most significantly while training against. For us, when we are one of the best teams, it's the improvement is the most significant while stomping a team at our level, because they position themselves differently as well. They shield each other, they share the HP, they communicate better. So if you are able to outplay them by focus fire, that means you are on a really good way, because focus fire is the most important element. You don't need the most sophisticated strategies. It's all about one move, one focus fire, one bounced shot somewhere, which may decide about the outcome of the battle. M6 crossing. Wasn't really able to connect. Neither was the SU. Enemy team is now advancing. I'm just chilling behind the bush, behind the SU. Still able to inflict damage. The T-29 is in the middle. He's just driving around, so is the T-43. They are just pincered in their base. Unable to do much because we got the whole map control. They're just squeezed in there. I may be able to HE the M6 or not. I can just hit him with heat. T-34 may be AFK. And 3D is just stuck here in the bushes. Even there. The T-34 AFK managed to kill the Tiger too. Easy clap. What are the key points of winning? Map control, intel of the enemy position, hiding as many tanks from the enemy view range. First of all, it's realizing your team's capabilities, coming up with your preferred playstyle. Because every team has a different playstyle, because certain players prefer certain tanks. Being prepared in terms of your plan, everyone has to know what to do. First of all, you need to know what the enemy may be able to do. You have to have the upper hand most of the times, preferably, which means either getting map control, as you mentioned, taking some key position, some initial position, or putting pressure on the enemy by taking a base. And then it's all about noticing what the enemy is doing, what he may be doing, predicting, anticipating his movement, and quick decision making, realizing the enemy's weak link at a certain moment. And even though you may have the cap advantage, even though you may have the upper hand, not being afraid of making any movement, making sure the enemy is pincered, making sure the enemy is unable to do anything, and for example executing a final push, a coordinated rotation. Legion doesn't have an academy team yet, but Legion may have an academy team, academy clan. And also focus firing, panning all your shots. Panning is, I think, one of the also most important elements of winning clan war battles. Because even though you may take DPM beast tanks, if you're unable to pan the shots, just when it's needed, you're just useless. You are not helping your team in any way. And during a push especially, every shot has to go in. You have to make sure you pan. Because that may allow you to finish a tank quicker, which means you can push further. You don't have to wait additional seconds, which means that you may not be flanked, or the enemy might not be on time to relocate with their forces. Because if you are making a move, you have the upper hand, because you are doing something, and the enemy has to relocate their tanks, for example. And when you are not able to pan your shots, it means the enemy will be able to relocate in time, and the early advantage is lost because of that. Hello Florin, welcome back. And welcome Rockstar once again. See you later, Vengeance. Thank you for tuning in. So we are pushing together as a team, as a unit. We are pushing the C area of this map, canyon, this time. And unlike us, the enemy team is completely splitted. They are not even able to help each other. We already lost 3 tanks, 2 minutes in the battle. Because they split it so much, even though you may think they were quite close to each other. Apart from the middle canyon is not a map you can set many crossfire angles from. Can shoot the SU and then just finish the leftovers, which are the T-32 and the Panzer. Unable to do anything, even though they may kill Jack Tiger or the P-43, they won't be able to win the whole battle. Heavy traffic. Well, the Jack Tiger, even though he is a one-shot, he is not afraid. He's pushing further. He doesn't mind sacrificing for the team's sake. Just the Panzer alive. Hey Gel, nice to meet you. I don't think like, to be honest, I don't like any tier 9 premium vehicle. I don't like the K91. I think it's just a good vehicle. I hate the Count Panzer 70. I think it's a really bad vehicle. So is the T52A, which is very mediocre. And I also don't like the AMX 30. I don't like any tier 9 premium vehicle because they're just worse than their Tech 3 equivalents. However, paying €50 for vehicles, for premium vehicles, is, you may think, a bargain. But I don't think any of these vehicles is that good to call it a worth bundle. They are very good if you want to farm credits, maybe. But you will not be able to definitely farm win rate in them with them. Not even high average damages. I was not really watching LM and Raid and EG games, to be honest. I only heard that they were reverse swept. But that might have been the reason, definitely. Because LM was, well, they are quite a fresh team. They had a fresh approach, an unusual one, with using the premium vehicles as well, very well, utilizing them correctly and properly. And then when Raid or EG were able to finally get used to their playstyle, realize what was going wrong, then LM was struggling. Yeah, they don't even have equipment or camo. Well, I don't care because I have like 200 million credits, but for most of the players, I think that's also a pretty important factor to include the equipment, at least for the vehicles you're buying. The K91 may be the best of them, but it still doesn't make it a competitive vehicle on tier 9. Definitely the Tech 3 tanks are way better. However, the K91's clip is quite unique. If you talk about being unpredictable, I can't even hit. If you want to talk about being unpredictable, we were definitely, as the Legion team, very unpredictable, especially in the Professionals tournament, especially in the final versus EG. That's why I think we also succeeded, because we played... we were not afraid. We played completely different from the way we played in the playoffs even. Because we were very confident, we were not afraid of anything. As soon as we noticed an opportunity, we used it. I can't even hit. 3 shots in a row that just went into the ground. Smasher needs a buff. Easy, finally a hit. But thanks to the meta changes, you can also be a bit unpredictable. Because there were certain periods of time where clan wars were a bit boring because like the meta was not really changing. Also in Blitz the opportunities are pretty limited because the maps are small, there are not really there aren't many routes, there aren't many ways you can somehow where you can go with the vehicles. There are not so many tactics, and that's why when the meta is not changing, it's really hard to come up with something new. But if you're able to come up with something new, you will definitely succeed, because very few teams will be able to resist being caught off guard. See you, Tricky Squirrel. Thanks for coming. I don't like Leo PTA because Leo PTA doesn't have gun depression. Unlike most Tech 3 Tier 9 mets. I'm not, I'm not mentioning the WZ120, of course, because this is just, well, this is not even trash. This is, I don't know how to call it. But other mets such as the Standard B, such as the Type 69, such as even the premium French AMX. They have sufficient amount of gun depression, unlike the PTA, which has a very average gun depression in the front, and which has, I think, doesn't have any gun depression at all in the back, or it's rather gun elevation. Also, the Tier 9 Vickers has incredible gun depression. And the Leo PTA is just bullied. Not even with HGs. Because he cannot even depress his gun. He doesn't even have a reliable turret. Maybe he has the speed, but like I think the Vickers is even as fast as the Leopard right now, if not even faster. %65% with the WZ120, that's, I think, a world record. I need to check mine though. Because I was grinding that vehicle, I don't know for how long before I rage sold it. No, I'm just kidding. It's impossible. That tank is so unreliable. Let's see my WZ. %78%. 2k average damage. You can see how painful the grind was. However, the win rate was, well, not that bad. I still have it in my garage. I even grinded it without the engine and without the trucks. What the hell? This is just, wow, inappropriate content. This is my equipment. However, don't. It was not really thought over. This was just bought and grinded to forget about this vehicle. It's, well, yeah. You may use the supercharge maybe if you don't want enhanced aiming. One free is good, but for randoms. And the grind is not that terrible. It's pretty enjoyable, unlike other Chinese tanks. Yeah, the fact is that you can't cope with the lack of gun depression. It's impossible. Your gun is depressed when the turret is blown away. Yeah, you meant the TD. Alright, I'll show you as soon as the battle's finished. Just grind everything. You need everything in the game. You can't only play OP tanks like the Smasher over and over again and pretend to be a professional player. Definitely not me. If you can get along with the 3 degrees of gun depression, you are superheroes. T49 stack there. Corner control is secured for now. I don't want to cross yet, as I don't really have gun depression either. And as soon as I decide to cross, I'll get definitely crossfired. I can wait for them to go back though, and then I'll be able to crossfire them instead. Rudy is pressuring. LTDB going back. He made a huge mistake, a fatal mistake. The German heavy VK is pretty enjoyable. Leopard 1 is pretty enjoyable as well. Just that PTA is troublesome. But the Panther... No, not Panther. There's Aryu in the Leopard's line. There's also SP1C, which has recently been buffed, so that's definitely enjoyable. Grinding a Panzer. I think the grind is pretty enjoyable. You have the tier 6, which is a monster. You have the tier 7, which has been buffed recently as well, and it's really good. Really armored. Then you can choose either the Ferdinand or the J Panther. J Panther is a beast as well. The Jack Tiger is great. The only not really enjoyable tank from this line is the tier 10 in my opinion. My most played tank is the Kenyotsu at the moment. However, Kenyotsu is being chased by the 268 and the Chinese WZ. As you can see. So my tier 9 Chinese TD equipment looks like this. Welcome back to Z. You're welcome, Coinflip. Yeah, the SUs definitely need some armor buff, just like the J Panther. It needed the buff, it has received the buff recently, and it's really competitive at least. It's not OP, but at least it's just not an HP bag. Here's a steal. I already answered that question. I told that, in my opinion, this bundle is not worth it because I don't need credits, and these tier 9 vehicles, they're very average. None of them is really good. Most of them are mediocre. K91 is good. The price for the bundle is fine, however these vehicles come without equipment nor any camouflage. However, they are pretty credit coefficient, which means you'll be able to grind a lot of credits with them. And the price for 4 tier 9 premium vehicles is very nice. But these tanks are nothing special. That's why if you have a sufficient amount of credits, I wouldn't recommend that bundle. But if you struggle with credits, it's worth a try. Like I think I only have the K91, which I won after winning the professional tournament 2 years ago, and I got the Kampfpanzer, which I won in the European contest, where you had to play in the event, also I think 2 years ago. But only a few thousand players received it. What is this? What is this? He bounced. Overall, I think that the Tech 3 Tier 9s are way stronger than the Tier 9 premiums. That's why I don't really like them. Because the Tier 9 premiums are just mediocre or average. So we have around 90% win rate from the current afternoon evening session. Nice, Ruben. I could be interested in streaming that, but as a spectator, as a participant, or who? I can. I don't see a reason why not, if I will be available. I don't know when you would like to host such a tournament, but I'd also encourage you to ask some professional commentators or people who stream tournaments most of the time to be able to cover that tournament. I think it could be also a good idea as well, because they are definitely more used to doing that. I'm rather a player. Maybe pen the bounter? Exactly in the turret. And we again, the enemy team split it. We went all together. We capitalized on their mistake, which let us finish 3 tanks 2 minutes into the game again. And the game is already over at this point. Nice shield, that's a pretty nice gain. However, I think you are capable of way more than only 43%. Hey, the deal. We'll see the deal. The giveaway is in 2 hours 30 minutes. As I'll be finishing this live stream very soon to be able to charge my device, prepare for the giveaway live stream, prepare the new sidebar that will be displayed from now on. I'll have to remake the information displayed on the sidebar because I need to display some useful information there, some new features that will be available during my live streams, so that more viewers can benefit from my content, more viewers can improve their gameplay in less time. Daniel, as you can see, I'm already at a 90%, only today, but this is promising that I can reach 90% overall, because this session I have over 90% win rate. This live stream. Hey Lincoln, welcome back. I am supercalifragilisticexpialidociously fine. I've never been that fine. As today I woke up early in the morning. I went on another cycling trip. This time though it was way longer, that's why also the live stream was a bit later. And I did over 75 kilometers, which is a pretty nice result, I think. So I feel really nice. And also it's the giveaway day. To thank you guys for creating this community, for making all of this happen, making it possible, for creating such a cozy, such a friendly atmosphere during every live stream, for being so open-minded, for accepting my seal clubbing tendencies, for tolerating it. However, I encountered a CDC who is right now just scared. He'd rather run away than fight face to face with me. Yeah, my channel has been growing rapidly, but it's mainly thanks to you guys. Nick, it may be... That's maybe because when you lose, when you actually happen to have, as you called it, crazy long losing streak, if you even manage to realize that it's happening very often or regularly, it means that you are still not really aware of what's going wrong. You are not able to realize why you are losing. I'm sure that as soon as you realize what's not right, what's the reason, you'll definitely benefit from that, and you'll have way more wins. Because, for example, when I lose a game, even though it's not that frequent, but it still happens because I make mistakes. But I think you can always see when I lose a game, it's mainly my mistake that I make, and I'm always aware of it, or most of the times. And thanks to that, I'm not able to make the same mistake again in the next battle. So it means that I can lose one, but then win 8 in a row or 10. Because I know what to focus on. I know what was not right during that particular defeat. I'm not mentioning having noobs or inexperienced players in my team, because I have inexperienced players or noobs in my team during every battle, whether I win it or lose it. They're always there, 90% of the times. Two one-shots. And I'll have to be finished off. Oh, I need to make sure the IS is finished off, so that he cannot set any crossfire angle on our teammates. There's just a T-34 remaining, that's another win. Taking breaks may help. Not only avoiding the unavoidable, but just to calm down a bit. Think about what you did right in a battle that you won. What could have been done better. Hey Rohin, nice to meet you. It doesn't matter whether you're 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 130% win rate. We have such an open-minded community that it doesn't matter. But even if you are 130% win rate player, you still make mistakes. Maybe a bit less than a 40% player. But you still make them, which means that you can still improve, and you have to improve. Otherwise you won't improve your gameplay and you won't be able to reach more win rate. Properly used T95 can definitely contribute to the victory in many battles, but it's very, very team dependent as well, because sometimes you are not even able to react because you are such a slow vehicle that when your teammates decide to kamikaze, you are not able to help them, you are not able to outtrade them. which means you're very likely to encounter 1v situations, which you are not really good at in such a tank. Unless you meet inexperienced players in the enemy team, then you can definitely win even a 1 versus 5 or even more because of the armor. Then right now I'm in a platoon, so I cannot turn with you. I don't care about my W-Nate. As you can see, my W-Nate has been decreasing significantly throughout the whole year. But that's because I'm playing mainly turretless TDs in a platoon, which means I'm not able to spot anyone, I'm not able to help my teammates that efficiently in terms of fragging, in terms of spotting. And that's the main elements of W-Nate. Because my platoon mate is mainly playing some mobile vehicles, some MAD, so he will definitely spot the enemies. He will definitely finish off the one-shots when I'm driving a turretless high alpha gun. But as I want to stay in shape to be a competitive TD player, as I want to practice, I can't care about W-Nate because that's an irrelevant factor. As I'm already in a professional team, I got accepted, so I don't care about anything else. But it results in tournaments, and W-Nate is not really relevant in tournaments. It's rather the amount of damage you're able to inflict in a TD. Yeah guys, moreover, if you haven't clicked the like button yet, make sure to do so. I'll be really glad. It's really helpful, really necessary. As you've probably heard, we've recently reached the 1k milestone, and this was just a small goal. We want to grow to develop even further, and in order to do that, you have to click the like button to help me grow my channel, to extend the community, to get to more people, to get to more players, so that they can benefit from the content. So that more players, more experienced players can drive their tanks on the virtual battlefields. Lincoln definitely. W-Nate shows. I don't think that's a good factor which distinguishes whether you're good or not, because your W-Nate mainly depends on the vehicle you play with. See you, Extreme. See you later. My platoon mate left Legion, and he left the platoon right now as he has to go. But he mainly left after the unsuccessful run in the Tier 8 tournament. He decided to join EG as, in his opinion, EG is a more promising and more competitive team right now. So well, that's his choice. I can't condemn him for his decision. We still have 11 players in the team, so we'll definitely not cry. Even though he was the top team player, he was one of the key puzzles. So as he left the platoon, I think we can already finish the live stream, guys, so that I can charge my device. I can prepare better for the second live stream later today. So that Everton can finally play Tier 7. So we finished the session with over 91% win rate within 34 battles, stopping at 80.64%, but I think I'm very, very close to hitting 80.65, and that may be possible during the next live stream later today, in around 2 hours. So make sure to click the like button, guys. Make sure to tune in around 2 hours during the giveaway live stream, the 1K milestone giveaway live stream, so that you may have the chance to be randomly picked, but so that you can also be able to predict the result of the special battle played during the live stream, so that you can win up to 4 weeks of premium account. Yeah. Sure, Daniel. However, I'm not really able to tune with many viewers, as you know. That's not really beneficial for the winner development. When I'm playing with my viewers, it's not always certain whether I can improve the win rate. And right now, I'm very focused on reaching my closest goal, which is reaching around 81% before the autumn season later this year. So right now, I've limited the amount of viewers I play with. However, as soon as I get some account to play with where the stats are not really relevant, where the win rate is not really relevant, I'll definitely use that finally to tune with as many people as possible. So see you later, guys. See you in 2 hours, 15 minutes. Stay tuned.